Which country is the host of the G20 Summit 2025? Correct option is B. South Africa. Where has the 30th edition of UN Climate Change Conference 2025 held? Correct option is D. Brazil. Which country was the host of 47th ASEAN Summit 2025? Correct option is A. Malaysia. Which country is the host of SCO Summit 2025? Correct option is B. China. Where was BIMSTEC Summit 2025 held in April? Correct option is D. Thailand. Who attended the India-Japan Annual Summit 2025? Right option is C. Narendra Modi. Where is the second edition of WHO Traditional Medicine Global Summit 2025 scheduled to take place? Correct option is B. New Delhi. Where was the 68th Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference held? Correct option is A. Barbados. Where has recently G7 Summit 2025 held in June? Correct option is A. Canada. Where has been 6th edition of the Global FinTech Fest 2025 held? Correct option is D. Mumbai. Which country hosted the 8th session of International Solar Alliance in October? Right option is B. India. Where was the NATO Summit 2025 held on 24 to 25 June? Right option is C. Netherlands. Where was the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas 2025 held in January? Correct option is D. Bhubaneswar. In which state BIMSTEC Youth Summit has been organized in February? Correct option is B. Gandhinagar. Who has inaugurated the India Mobile Congress 2025 on 8th October? Correct option is C. Narendra Modi. Where has President Draupadi Murmu inaugurated the National Environment Conference 2025 in March? Right option is A. New Delhi. Where has the Asian Security Summit 2025 been organized? Right option is C. Singapore. Where was the International Conference on Carbon Markets Prakriti 2025 held in February? Correct option is A. New Delhi. Where has the AI Action Summit 2025 co-chaired by PM Modi? Correct option is D. Paris. Where was the World Sustainable Development Summit 2025 held in March? Correct option is B. New Delhi. Where has the 5th India-ASEAN Youth Summit 2025 been organized? Correct option is C. Guwahati, Assam. Where was the 17th BRIC Summit held from 6 to 7 July? Right option is D. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Where was 28th National Conference on E-Governance 2025 held? Right option is B. Visakhapatnam. Where was the first ReSENA Middle East Conference held in January? Correct option is A. Abu Dhabi. Where was the Quad Foreign Ministers meeting held recently? Correct option is D. Washington, D.C. Where has Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the WAVES Summit 2025 program? Correct option is C. Mumbai. Where was the 11th World Green Economy Summit 2025 held? Right option is B. Abu Dhabi. Where is the first ever Asian Buddhist Summit 2024 held? Correct option is A. New Delhi. Which country is set to host the 2026 Global AI Summit? Correct option is B. India. Where was the 2025 Youth Spiritual Summit organized? Correct option is B. Varanasi. Where has the World Hydrogen Summit 2025 been organized? Right option is D. Netherlands. Where has the 3rd BIMSTEC Agriculture Conference 2025 been organized? Correct option is B. Kathmandu, Nepal. Where was the Asia Clean Energy Summit 2024 held? Correct option is C. Singapore. Where has the International Conference on Glacier Conservation 2025 been held? Correct option is D. Tajikistan. Where was the World Government Summit 2025 held in February? Correct option is A. Dubai. Which city is the host of Stree Summit 2025 on women's safety and empowerment? Right option is A. Hyderabad. Where has the 28th edition of National E-Governance Conference 2025 organized? Right option is C. Visakhapatnam. Where has the 12th Global Space Exploration Conference 2025 been organized? Correct option is B. New Delhi. Where is the 15th BRICS Trade Ministers meeting organized in May? Correct option is C. Brasilia, Brazil. Where has the 10th edition of Resina Dialogue 2025 been organized? Right option is B. New Delhi. Where has 9th edition of Global Technology Summit 2025 been held? Correct option is D. New Delhi. Where is the 8th edition of the Indian Ocean Conference held? Correct option is A. Muscat, Oman. Who inaugurated Semicon India 2025 at Yashobhoomi, New Delhi? Correct option is B. Narendra Modi. The third Northeast Aviation Summit was held in which location? Right option is C. Arunachal Pradesh. Where has Union Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandviya inaugurated the Urban ADA 2025 conference? Right option is D. New Delhi. Where has PM Narendra Modi inaugurated the 16th Combined Commanders Conference 2025? Correct option is A. Kolkata. Which city hosted the India Central Asia Dialogue 2025 in June? Correct option is C. New Delhi. Where has the World Air Transport Summit 2025 been organized? Correct option is B. New Delhi. Who chaired the 10th Governing Council meeting of Niti Aayog? Correct option is A. Narendra Modi. Where was the 69th session of the United Nations Commission on the Status of Women held? Right option is B. New York. Which country hosted the Global Conference of the International Cooperative Alliance for the first time? Correct option is D. India. India hosted the first assembly of the International Big Cat Alliance in which city? Correct option is C. New Delhi. Which city hosted the 15th Conference of the Parties to the Ramsar Convention on Wetlands in July? Right option is B. Victoria Falls. What year was declared the ASEAN India Year of Maritime Cooperation by PM Modi? Correct option is C. 2026.